What's going on, peoples? What's happening? It's a beautiful Thursday here in Atlanta, and 82 degrees is what's showing in my car as the outside temperature. 82. It's the middle of March. Pollen's dropping everywhere. Allergies are affecting, and on top of that, smoking cigars. So, I'm me personally, I'm one of the types that any car I get, I'm gonna smoke in. I'm sorry, so I'm a cigar smoker, and for me, my drive time is probably one of the times that I have to myself where I can get out, think, I don't have to have anybody around, and I can just connect with question and answers and evaluations and review of my life. So for me personally, my drive time is very important. I know there's plenty of people out there that say the same thing, but for me, my drive time is very important. So it gives me the opportunity to have a clear head and be concise about some things, and help me review how my day is going, things that I need to look at and change, and things that I need to grow on. Today, I'm gonna try. I'm in the process of thinking about trying to come out with my own, and I'm gonna need the support from all you guys. Once I get the blend certified, and once I get the notes that I'm looking for, and that I think that people will enjoy. I'm gonna have a couple of secrets on it. It's gonna be a beautiful constructed cigar. A lot of time and energy has gone into the preparation of this. A lot of smoke hours that I put up to be in a position where I think that I can go out here and do a pretty good blend. Once again, anybody that knows me knows that I give pretty sound recommendations, and I like to give recommendations based upon having a conversation with you and finding out things that you may like. You may like a Habano wrapper, or you may like a Matafina wrapper, or you may like an Oscuro wrapper. You may like a Dominican wrapper, a San Andreas wrapper, a Honduran wrapper, a Brazilian wrapper, Connecticut, shade leaf. You might even love hickory note wrapper, or fire cured wrapper is what they would call it. Some people like sweet. Some people don't like sweet. So what I try to do is come up with a couple of lines that are going to be able to benefit every situation. So for my people that like the spice, Sangroni kind of taste, something that's kind of got a little bit of fire to the end of it, I'm going to have something for you. For some people that want more of a bolder profile, that type of deal, dark color, rich, whether it's Brazilian or earthy, oaky, smooth finish, bitey finish to it, spray, mineral, all of these different type of things. And you have to know what it is. A lot of it is presentation too. Let's be realistic. We all know people that choose bands based upon how the band looks. The band If the band has foil in it or that shiny stuff in it, it pops to the eye. So it makes you look at that and say, hey, let me look at this, let me try it. Those are some of the things that go into branding. I mean, let's be realistic. That's how it works. You got some people that, simple bands, they don't put a lot of money and energy into their bands because they want to put a lot of more energy into their product. And which is also great. We know how hard it is. It's very difficult as a independent or a small boutique line to get into stores, because as a cigar person who owns a brick and mortar, they are looking at it from a standpoint whereas I can't have shelf life that is not moving product, because their money is tied into the stuff that they have on the shelves. If a cigar shop is not have alcohol license or serving food, their only source of income is accessories and cigars. And let's be realistic. I mean, anytime that you go into a cigar shop, you should be looking to spend something in there. You know what I'm saying? Like my man say, spend something with me. When you understand that concept, it'll make you appreciate when you go into a space like a cigar shop and they got great humidification. They got AC in the summertime, and they got heat in the cold. Because the last thing that you want to do is be in a cigar shop where there's no heat, there's no air, there's no ventilation, or they don't have any product. What's the purpose of being a cigar shop if you don't have product? Because you just basically giving away your store. So if a guy comes in, he buys one cigar, he sits in your spot for 4 or 5 hours. Hey man, if he buys a $10 stick and he sits in a spot for 4 or 5 hours, the customer is winning. He's had a place to come in, sit back, get some water, drink, use the bathroom, flush the toilet, contribute to the water bill, contribute to the heat. If an ash drops out on a cigar and goes onto the furniture, that's just a big hole in the furniture that he doesn't own. Let's be realistic. We've all gone into cigar shops and some of their furniture is like, wow, for real? Okay, if that's what you say. We've gone into cigar shops where their furniture is immaculate, and they're kind of, they got a type of personality about themselves like, hey man, don't mess my stuff up, because I take pride in what I provide and give to my customers. I did a filming about 9-10 years ago up at the cigar shop on 17. If anybody's familiar with Atlanta and 400, there's a cigar shop right off of exit 17, almost before you get to Dahlonega. And when I tell you, it's called the Cigar Shop. Look it up. Check it out on my YouTube channel, Lifestyle of the Leaf and Famous. It's called the Cigar Show, the Shop. Now, this guy is very articulate about his presentation when it comes to his space. He's the only Diamond Crown Lounge that I know in the state of Georgia. He carries everything. He's a 1A store. And, he carries Opus, God of Fire, Forbidden City, Lost City. He carries everything. Liga Privada, he has all of the Liga Privadas, the T52s, the number 9s, the Velvet Rats, the Feral Pigs, The special edition new one that just came out with. I mean, he carries everything. Julius Caesar. When you look at his shop, everything is done with class. His chairs are very comfortable. His selection of wines. He has a 4,500 bottle wine cellar. His selection of wines is bananas. Stick selection, alcohol selection. I mean, it's just top notch. And he has a beautiful lounge area. 4,500 bottle wine cellar, beautiful lounge area, beautiful sitting area, nice humidor that creates and produces plume. He just does a great job. So I take my hats off to him. He did it like it was supposed to be done. And that's what it's about. But if you ever go into a spot, you got to think about it. You're sitting in a space 4 or 5 hours. Sitting in a space 4 or 5 hours. Trying to conduct business, trying to do business, trying to meet business, trying to network and things of that nature. You need to be able to show your appreciation. Because then if the place don't stay open and you got to go try to find another place to go, now you're crying. Because you don't have no location to go to. So just think about it from that aspect and from that apparatus of it. Support your brick and mortars. So support your small guys, the guys that are trying to build in this brand. They're trying to expand it. They're trying to, they putting their hard sweat and tears into producing a cigar for you that you'll enjoy. So support your boutiques. Know what you like, but support your boutiques. Support your provider clubs. That's a great line. Support your VI Hayes. Another great line. Support your Wart. Caldwell. Support all of those guys that are out here trying to do their thing. Tabernacle. Show your support. If you're going to be in this arena, understand and respect this arena. So what I'm going to do, I said all that to say this, I'm going to try, they sent me over some samples. This is a Salomon, based upon the shape of the cigar. It's kind of tapered at both ends, but one side, it goes into a larger situation. I'm going to leave that one alone. But it's a very unique style. Everybody can't roll a Salomon. So you have to kind of be a special roller for torpedoes and for Salomons. That takes a special roller to do that. I've done a cold draw. Definitely medium smoke to it. Even though with the color being as dark as it is, I understand that that's also a mineral that is applied to it to give it its color and to give it its taste palette. So we're going to fire it up and see. And if you ever notice, when you do the Salomons or the Torpedo, well, especially the Salomons, or the Perfectos are another one. You only want to hit the tip, and then that creates a core. So that core kind of burns directly straight through it's supposed to even out your cigar. Make sure you breathe through your cigar sometime to make sure it evens out. So, as you're smoking, massage, put a little pressure to it, open it up. What you want to do is you want to loosen the leaf. You want to loosen the leaf so that your your smoke, your cigar is breathing. What you always want to look at for a cigar is after you take a puff, you want to be able to see smoke coming from the top of your cigar. That shows you that the cigar is breathing. Also, you want to check for plugs. One of the things that you can do when you looking for plugs is look at after you cut it, look at all the solid spots that you have inside your cigar, and that'll kind of let you know how many stems that you have. And if you have a plug or your cigar is cascading a certain kind of way, slanted, high right, low left, back in the days, then you'll know the reason why is because it's plugged on one side. You want to loosen up your cigar, and if you can pull the stem out, you might want to pull it out. Sometimes the stems are so thick that it will create a hollow hole through your cigar, and then what will happen is that your cigar will burn fast because you got a oxygen pocket that's coming through, and it's just going to light up everything. And the tobacco is going to get very loose. It's going to get very loose. So, based upon my first impressions, this is a medium smoke. A little bit hard to pull, but I'm looking for that to open up soon as the core continues to flow. And I think once it gets over the lip of that, then I'm going to see more flavor, more consistency, and better smoke. So I'm glad that you spent this time with me. Enjoy. Smoke well, my friends. Try new stuff.